Hey, Trina Weaves here with a whole bunch of news that's come out of yesterday's Pokemon conference. Not all of it is directly related to Pokemon Go, but a lot of it still ties into it in some way. So the first thing we have is a new service called Pokémon Home, and from the website they're describing it as a new cloud service app that lets players continue their Pokemon adventures beyond a single platform. Pokemon Home connects with Pokemon Bank, as well as Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the upcoming Pokemon Sword and Shield, and also Pokemon Go. But if you look at the diagram, all the arrows from Bank, Let's Go, and Pokemon Go into Pokemon Home, whereas the arrows between Pokemon Sword and Shield go in and out. So it looks like you'll be able to transfer Pokemon from the first three, and then the only one you can transfer Pokemon out of Home to will be the upcoming Sword and Shield game for the Switch. So interesting. Don't know exactly how it's going to work right now, but it looks like on the Pokemon.com website it also says trainers can manage their collection of Pokemon across many of their games, plus they can trade with friends or with anyone around the world directly using Pokemon Home via mobile device. A potential future edition will even allow multiple players in a single location to trade all at once, and that's expected to launch in early 2020 on iOS and Android and Switch. So it could be a really useful way to manage people like me who insist on carrying a living Pokédex at all times. Because I don't want to lose it, but equally I don't need to be carrying like my starter Charmander with me all the time. I don't need to be carrying my 100% Bellsprout that I'm never going to level up and very unlikely to be fighting with. So being able to like hive those off into another cloud storage, as long as I can still, access them and look at them when I want to, I would be on board with that. We do have Pokemon Bank, but that, as far as I'm aware, only connects to the 3DS games, right? So this looks like a step beyond that. I presume it'll be paid, but as long as it's not too expensive. I don't know, it very much depends on the price. I don't know if I want to pay like £8 a month just to have my collection of 100%ers hanging out there. Because, as I said, looks like you can't put them back into Go, so once they're gone, they're gone. Or, you can put them in Sword and Shield, I guess. The next step they announced was a thing called Pokemon Sleep, and this is going to be a sleep tracking app for your phone, so coming out on iOS and Android. This is actually being developed by a company called Select Button, who made Pokemon Magikarp Jump for phones a couple of years ago, which I played so much, and then completely forgot it existed. It was alright. I mean, it was kind of cute. It was a good idle game. I might reinstall it now that I remember it's around. But yeah, so seems like Niantic are using mobiles to get involved with lifestyle apps, I guess? Which is okay, because I honestly believe Pokemon Go is responsible for adding at least 20 kilometers to my walking every week. And considering it also tells me that I walk around 25 kilometers a week, I think I need it. So yeah, apparently now Pokemon are making me walk, and they're going to be tracking my sleep. So they haven't actually given us details on what the Pokemon do while you're asleep. It's being developed somewhat in collaboration with Niantic, because the way they're going to track is by using a new peripheral. And if you've had trouble buying a Pokemon Go Plus lately, because they discontinued them, so this new peripheral is a large disc shaped like a flat Pokeball. And it's called the Pokemon Go Plus Plus, because it acts as a Pokemon Go Plus for Pokemon Go, and then it has these extra features for Pokemon Sleep. Why those features? Because it's an accelerometer, so I presume like it's going to do stuff like monitor how much you're moving around on your pillow to figure out if you're sleeping well or you're sleeping disturbed. I don't know. I have a Fitbit that I check obsessively in the morning, but it also tracks my heart rate as well as movement, so it seems like it's a little better. But hey, if sticking this thing under my pillow will help me somehow level up Pokemon, or catch Pokemon while I'm asleep, I guess I'm all for it, as long as it doesn't cost like 40 quid like the Pokeball Plus does, because that's way too much. Plus, it's just so awkward. The Go Plus is small, right? It's tiny. You can stick it in your pocket and forget it's there. The Pokeball Plus is significantly bigger because this is small and flat and this is chunky and solid. And if you have dude pockets, then fine, it's great. If you have female pockets, this thing does not fit in your jeans. So you gotta chuck it in a bag, and then if you want to catch stuff, you gotta get it out of the bag, and oh, it's annoying. So I actually have a belt loop thing to keep it in, which is still kind of awkward. But this Pokemon Go Plus Plus thing, like based on the picture, it's a sizable disc. How am I gonna carry that around? Am I gonna, it looks about the size of your palm. Are you supposed to strap it to your hand? Are you just walking around with this giant disc? I don't know, maybe it auto catches? Although that doesn't seem in keeping with the philosophy of Pokemon Go so far. So who knows? Anyway, Pokemon Sleep is a thing that will exist. And if you've gone outside and looked in Pokemon Go today, you may have realized, if you're lucky, a whole lot of sleepy Snorlax are lying around. And this is a new encounter type that has come out today and will be lasting until 3rd of June, 1 PM PDT, or 9 PM British time, or 5 AM Japan time. And it's just sleepy Snorlax. It seems to be a bit of a weird encounter. According to reports, the first 2 balls seem to always not catch, and then the 3rd one it starts to catch. And if you feed it a berry on the first ball and it jumps out, then the berry doesn't get consumed either. But I also have friends who've used a Go Plus and said that it catches on the first throw. So, okay. I mean, a little bit of variety is always welcome, right? There don't seem to be any reports of shiny Snorlax, so if it's out there, it is extremely rare, but it seems likely that it's not out. And there's also one that was not at all related to Pokemon Go, but it's a mobile game, and it's Pokemon, so some of you guys are probably interested. There's a new game called Pokemon Masters that will be coming out for mobile sometime this year. We'll find out more about it in June, and it's basically an RPG that will feature famous Pokemon trainers from throughout the game series. So look out for that. In actual Pokemon Go news now, 8th of June will be Slackoth Community Day, so there will be lots and lots of sleepy sloths running around the world, or not, as the case may be, lying around in the street. And Shiny Slackoth will be out, which means Shiny Vigoroth and Shiny Slaking. We will get quarter egg hatch distance, so if you are a free-to-play player or someone who doesn't spend a lot of money on incubators, it's a good time to walk those 2k eggs, get them out of the way, so you have a whole pile of bigger eggs for when Community Day happens. Because I don't know about you, but every time there's a quarter egg hatch distance event, I wind up putting like my 2k eggs in normal incubators, and then 30 seconds later, or okay, let's be realistic, 2 minutes later, I have to find another egg and put it in, and it just feels kind of a waste, Plus, a lot of hassle having to put new stuff in incubators all the time. Still good, but yes, definitely walking a 10k egg in 2.5 kilometers while trying to look for shinies. I am all for that. In Tier 5 raid news, we now have Cresselia as our current reigning legendary, and Shiny Cresselia is out, so good time to get hunting! Because why would you want a whole bunch of Cresselia otherwise? Cresselia will be in raids until Tuesday 18th June at 1 PM PDT, 9 PM British time, or 5 AM Japan time. And being a psychic type, you want basically the same team you've been using to fight the Lake Trio, which would be Bug, Ghost, and Dark types. When Cresselia leaves, we'll be getting Kyogre, which we already have a shiny form out, which I don't have. But yeah, so Kyogre, however you pronounce it, that'll be here from 18th June to 27th June. And being a water type, it is weak to grass and electric, so you have time to get those trained up if you don't already have some. And then once Kyogre leaves, we are getting Groudon back, and Groudon also has a shiny form out. Groudon is a ground type Pokemon, so that means water, grass, and ice types. But we're not getting Groudon until the 27th June, and then it's leaving on July 10th, so you got plenty of time to deal with that. We had Lapras Day last weekend. Once again, it was a raid day, so 3 hours of Lapras raids on every gym. I managed to get 2 in about 14 raids, which was super lucky, because one of the other guys in our community managed to go for more than 20 without getting a single one. We actually did it quite chill this time. We did, because I don't know about you, but my Pokemon bag is full of legendaries that I feel bad about throwing away, so they're just kind of cluttering it up. And yes, Lapras did have legacy moves, which were Ice Shard and Ice Beam. So it's good to get stuff that you can't get otherwise, but I don't need like 14 of them. But now I have 14 of them, despite it being quite a chill raid day. I like these things occasionally. As I said earlier, I don't go out if I'm not playing, if I don't have a good reason that doesn't cost money. So something like a raid day is a good excuse to A, get up in the morning, B, go out, and yes, okay, it can cost a little bit of money in raid passes if you want to do more than 5 or 6 raids. But in the grand scheme of things, not a vast amount. Especially if you buy the special boxes when they're on sale. Exercise is good. And that's all the big news I have for this week, so thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like button, think about subscribing, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!